In April 2006, the People's Progressive Party's Agriculture and Fisheries Minister Satyadeo Sawh, his two siblings and his security guard were executed after gunmen stormed his LBI home and rained bullets on the Sawh family. At the time of his death, Sawh was a sitting cabinet minister, but his party never held an inquest or inquiry to bring those responsible to justice. On the heels of a letter to the press by former Prime Minister Samuel Hines, who was not in favor of the coalition establishing several COIs, he was questioned about his disapproval of the government's move.
You said earlier that you believe that the issue of COI is being cherry-picked.
The periods.
Yes. They're cherry-picking the periods. But I don't know if you can recall with me, I can't remember the year exactly, when you served as Prime Minister and one of your cabinet colleagues were assassinated. There was no inquest or no COI into Mr. Sawh's death. Why do you think an inquiry should not be held into that now? Because we've never heard anything or no one has been brought to justice.
Well, I think there was a strong feeling amongst us that it was done by the Feynman group, and I think you have to go back to that period of time and the sense of that period of time. Things were crucial in Guyana at that time, things were very crucial. You had a case when the instances when the national security forces seemed to be very inept.
Mr. Hines said the decision not to hold an inquest was probably in the best interest of the nation as a whole. From his view, getting involved in those things at that time might not have been prudent.
But now that this period is behind us, would you support the inquest or inquiry now?
Well, I think it depends on the way the inquest is approached. As I had said in my letter, we would have expected that an inquest would have been, a COI would have been, in my view, from 1997 onwards, what happened after the 1997 elections. And I would have expected that the way in which it would have been done, that the opposition would have been invited and maybe other stakeholders to nominate people for the commission, as we had done after the 2012 disturbances in Linden.
The former Prime Minister said that tape that circulated in the early 2000s between two current government ministers should be the subject of an inquiry. But then there was another question that went unanswered. That had to do with the spying equipment that surfaced when he was Prime Minister.
Given the fact that the signature of a sitting cabinet minister appeared in the document for purchasing of this spy equipment, does this lend credence that there was some involvement from government officials at the time?
Well, there may be at least an independent, an official, right?
Mr. Hines contends that the period of the Troubles started in 1997 when the People's National Congress rejected the elections results in that year. Roy Den James, GP Nightly News.